Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Check! 230. Check 48's the mic. Hey, me and you all day. All day.
They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. Stays on his feet. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Alert, alert. Number 30. Look out for number 30.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. And some room to work. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 61 yards that time on the ground.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
36.
They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Ravens' 11-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island.
Roethlisberger will hand a counter. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Watch the pass. Here we go. Switch. Snickers, 66.
On 3rd down, it's Conner. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It was Joe Hayden, the former Pro Bowler, that came up to get him down. From the 29, Jackson. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a give, right side. Dobbins. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson steps away to his left. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Earl Thomas in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half, maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's Edmonds. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Blue 30. 52. Kill.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Black 80.
Check 52 to Mike. 65, 65, 65.
Black.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Right,
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the shit! Snickers, gotta spin.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Kill.
Right back to Connor here on 1st. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Alert.
6 guys, check 6 guys.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
Easy.
Now Roethlisberger. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone.
26-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good.
And this is caught at the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 59 yards. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Green once again the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bud Dupree able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He's got his man. It's Andrews. them short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. From 10 yards out, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hit them later.
Well, good for 22 and a first down.
I'd have to say that was a pretty darn good run right there. They had 8 in the box, still able to burn them. They've got to consider themselves lucky they only gave up a first down and not a touchdown.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Check safety, check safety.
Back to the ground on first down, Edmonds. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They run it here with Edmonds. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Again, it'll be counter. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down.
Switch. No foul. Let's go.
They'll try to surge ahead with Connor, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And Boswell's kick is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. He's got
it at the 15. And now they are knocking on the door inside Pittsburgh's 10. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now it's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A.J. Green, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Steelers 9. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Roethlisberger. Looking deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Edmonds. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
At the Ravens 12-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Show that bench release and go.
48, Mike. 48, Mike. Too little, Captain.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Brings up 3rd down.
Mike. 230.
Okay, double up.
And that'll set him back 5.
Like 30. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Boswell's kick is good. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Jackson now. Looking long for his tight end read. And that's caught inside the 35. A gain of 39 that time. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Towards the end zone for Brown. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go, D. He's coming.
They'll look to run with England. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Second down and goal. Jackson.
And that's what this defense is doing.
And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Now, they went draw play there on third down around the goal line, something you normally like to see, Charles?
Oftentimes, people are prepared for a pass in this situation, so the draw is a good call, but it's better when you usually have a lead blocker. If you don't have a fullback, you can use your H-back to pull in front. Sometimes you pull a guard to get out in front.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Well, they tried to get two and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now a pass is taken in by Smith-Schuster. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Black 20. Easy. Black,
on first down, Edmonds. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run with Edmonds again. And he stopped immediately there.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Again, they run with Edmonds. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 15. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Recon, 152 fighter.
Second and 1 at the Ravens' 5-yard line.
Again, a run with Connor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, Connor. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
It's 4th down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Push him back. Push him back.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, he's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. That's Vince Williams who gets the sack. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They'll try and throw for it to Jackson. He's going deep for... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 97 yards. As the Ravens push further out in front. So it was 4th down. They go deep to try to pick up the first. They pick up more than that. They pick up a score.
I'm not even sure the analytics guys would think that was a good gamble. 4th down there going for it. But they pressed the issue. And not only did they complete the pass downfield, how about the run after catch that ends up culminating in a touchdown? That's a huge play.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Ebron caught left side. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run with Edmonds, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Short little throw to Ebron. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down. Think about some of the memorable performances that Ben Roethlisberger has had over the years, and one of them came against the Ravens. He threw 6 touchdowns back in 2014 in a win against Baltimore. And actually, now that I think about it, that was on the heels of a 6-touchdown performance in a win over Indianapolis the week prior. So October 2014 was kind to Big Ben. Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 30. Roethlisberger now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Washington, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. So a big play now as the Steelers will go for 2.
Good track, good track.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. 4th down, here's Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Easy. Check the backer, check the backer. Shit.
It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 27, Roethlisberger. He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back up. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little